Hey guys, 2016 GMC Sierra with the front camera already installed. Today we're going to hook up the IntelliHaul, or our version of it anyway. I'm going to put some cameras on the outside mirrors and then tie everything into the screen on the front dash there with some automatic switching. So should be pretty cool. Been working on this for a while. Let me get going. I'll be back to show you how this goes. Alright guys, so we're going to start with the door panels. They got to come off so we can get this guy, the little trim piece which houses the mirror, off. So the door panels, we've got some little hidden panels there, 7mm behind that. It's got to come out. One down there. Pop that guy up. Got a couple there we got to work with. And then down at the bottom of the door, we got a couple 7s we're going to work with too. Then this should just pop right off. So. And from there, it should just be some pop clips to snap this thing off. Good to have a nylon pry tool, such as that. Alright guys, so this, mine had a wood trim piece here, yours might not, but regardless, this has got to come off, and it comes off very tight, so go slow. Mine left a clip in there, which I had to dig out, and then way in there, there's a 7mm that's going to have to come out as well. That should release this out to get the panel off. I'll be back here in a second. Alright guys, so once you get this guy out here, this will snap out. There's a little guy right here that attaches in behind this panel. It's just kind of stuck. You gotta kind of tug it out. And then obviously your lock's just gonna kind of slide up over. Then at this point I've got some harnesses to disconnect and our handle pull there, which I'm gonna do. So that's just all a matter of disconnecting stuff. It looks like it's got a GM's done something kind of cool here, maybe. Looks like it's got a release of some sort. Let me play with this and I'll be back. Alright guys, so you're gonna need to pick. Right angle will be fine. Get under here, kind of help it along. It's gonna pull out just like that. Come right off. Then it's just a matter of releasing these guys and unplugging some stuff here so we can pull the door panel off, and then we'll start routing some cameras. Alright guys, so don't go jerking this thing off because it's got little clips here that just pop off. So the door panel definitely has to come off first. Over here as well. And then this should technically just pop off now. So we're gonna slowly work this off. And there we go. Now we've got access to our 10 mils here. It's gonna take the mirror off. We're gonna bring our camera in through here, which I'm gonna investigate now and go through all that. We're gonna have to get it in through the boot, like in through here, then up into the cabin. Not gonna be fun, but I'm gonna get you guys through it. All right guys, so on the mirror itself, you've got a little notch out here where your mirror light is, all right? And I'm gonna shoot for anyway, and I may change this, but right now I'm thinking the camera's gonna go right there. And I'm gonna wanna drill a hole like center, small but yet big enough to get this guy through, which isn't very big. And I'm gonna do that while it's still mounted, and then we can kind of come back and adjust things if we need to, but I'm thinking right there is gonna look pretty sick myself. So that's what we're gonna shoot for. Hole right about in the middle, we rock and roll. Got some little clips here to pry out with your panel popper. Get this loose, 310s. This guy's gonna come out. Just kind of help the grommet here. Be careful not to scratch your paint. I'm gonna go ahead and get this off. We're gonna go over the bench, mount the camera, route it through here. I'll show you that. Then we're gonna figure out how to get it into the truck. Then the flip side over there is gonna be the same, just in reverse on the right side. All right guys, FYI, right here, little, it's gonna hang you up. It's stuck into there. Get your panel popper, knock it out. Again, be careful, this thing falls, you're gonna scar up your paint. All right guys, not hard, but not fun at the same time. So, I did choose to change the location of the camera slightly, back. So basically I just kind of lined up the back edge of this with this guy here. And the reason being is, you can see on the inside of the mirror there, you want to come in on the back side, bring that wire up through. So it does reset back there just a little bit, but it's going to look good once it's installed. And then you got to fish the camera up through here, tie it there to secure it, keep it out of the way of the mirror, and then bring it on over through here. Now, take a couple zip ties, cut the head off. Okay, tape them together, route it through here. There's a little tube, just like your TV at the home, through the wall. Get it in that tube, fish it up, come out here, and we're gonna pull it through ever so gently. Once through here, yep, here we go. Wires out, just got it through. Notch your grommet slightly, if I can get the angle, with the razor blade, so we can come through here, bring it through. We're gonna go into the cab of the truck, or into the door panel anyway, and then I'll show you here in a second, getting it into the actual cab of the truck, and then we can start making connections. So that's the gist of what we're doing. Be back shortly. So one other thing to note, this glass just kind of latches on around this guy. So take your pry tool, get in here and pop, 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 and that'll come off. Then it's got some connectors, make sure and mark before just removing it where it's gonna go back to. And these guys, you're not gonna just be able to tug off. I had to take a pick, kind of get in there and like pry it that way, give it some help. All right guys, so with this off, you can kind of see 4 ears sticking up that have to go in the channels of this mirror right here. And get a rag, you got to get it up there, and you can kind of feel it where it's in the grooves, and you almost got to do like a chiropractor and pop the back. It's scary. Just gonna warn you, it's the only way to get it in there. It's got to click in. Not fun. All right guys, you can see we've got our camera harness taped here, and obviously that's going to plug back in there. Pop this guy out, small little slit on the back side, pokes this through. Then we're going to bring it in here. This boot, guys, this guy right here slides down. It's going to kind of fold up when it connects back in right here. So just kind of open that up. This will pull right out. We're gonna sneak this right through here, but you need to get this out so you can, we're gonna pull this through the boot with one of our fish tools, which I'll show you here in a second. And then in the future, we may talk about populating a couple of these terminals right here for this camera, so the door can actually come off without having to screw with this wire. Kind of trick. It's gonna cost some money, obviously, but more work, but I think it's going to be a lot more clean in the long run. So let me get this set up here, and I'll show you how to pull the wire through. All right guys, take time. You need 3 of these to go through the boot, and just don't rush it. Take it, cut them flush so you can tape this nice and tight all the way up, otherwise it's just going to pull apart. Once you get this right, you can fish it through and then pull this wire all the way through the boot, nice and slow, and we're into the cabin. So it's just a matter of hooking this back up right now, and then starting on the other side. So again, this project car here, but it's going to be pretty sweet when it's all said and done. All right, guys, so we're going to go ahead and get the glove box area out here so we can install the new module. T15 Torx bits. There's 2 below and 4 up top. Get that guy out of your way so you got plenty of room, and that's going to open up in here. Now I've already got some equipment in here, so just kind of disregard some of that. You're not going to have all that, but we're going to be working with the HMI module there. Okay, mount the brain, which is likely going to be mounted over in that area, or you can mount it vertical in this area. We'll give you some options. It's pretty much going to be teeing everything in, but this is the HMI you're working with. The screen is also going to need to come out because we're tying into audio back there. So we'll show you that here in a second. Be back. All right, so we're going to go ahead and pop the screen out. This should be pretty simple for all you guys. Just work that around. Unplug your connectors for your heated seats. Then you've got 4 7s around the screen. We're going to zap out. And again, I've got some equipment behind here, so don't pay attention, but this is the plug we're going to be working with right here for the audio. That's going to tee in. So right now on this vehicle, I think we're going to mount the brain down here behind this console. You may have a bench setup, in which case you're going to have to mount the brain over in that area, kind of going up and down, and I'll try and give you an idea on that once I get things apart here. So let me go ahead and pop this out, and I'll be back here to show you the rest. All right, so again, a couple different configurations. I've got the full center console with the bucket seats, in which case I would go under there, and we're going to pop this whole center console out by simply taking our pry tool right there, getting it started in the back. Okay, and then the whole thing's going to snap up. Now you can grab it and kind of just tug up, just like that. That's going to pull out, and there's some clips underneath. All right, guys, so again, I've got the full center console. The best place to mount this module, which is here, is going to be right there. Okay, it's the best place for it. If you don't have this full center console, then you're going to want to mount the module over there like that type thing. Alright guys, so we're back in this 2016 GMC Sierra. We've got everything put back together. I've got the cameras adjusted, and I'll give you a quick little demo. So you can see we've got the installed HDMI port down here. I am going to warn you, I do not care for this HDMI interface. Just FYI, it's kind of an added bonus. This is more of a camera interface, okay? If you want to do like some 360 camera stuff. So HDMI, added bonus. If you're looking for video functionality, I need to push you into our AV module. Let me give you a quick little overview. Here's the interface. So if you wanted to access HDMI, we go there. We've got some settings for the camera here on how to set things up. Now I've got it set up to where the front camera is already going to come on and be triggered by speed. So when you get below 10 mile an hour, it's automatically going to come on, which I'll show you here in a second. And then I've got the turn signals set to trigger in motion. So when you're sitting at a stoplight and you're at a still, you're not looking at the camera. You'll have your main screen. So I'll show you that here in a second. And then you can, at any time while moving down the road, go to your camera and access any of them. Rear with our wiring, right, left. At any time you can access that. All right, or we can just go right back out to our main interface here. So we go ahead and take off and start driving. Front camera's on because I'm below 10 mile an hour. It's automatically going to kick off. I'm going to turn right. We're going to turn left and come to a stop. You'll watch that shut off at a stop. Okay. That way, if you're at the stoplight a long time, and we're going to come below 10 mile an hour here. Front camera should kick on. Now, when you're running down the road, if you want to access your cameras, you got to do, you can pull up the rear now, see what's going on, or either of these guys. Well, again, going to come to a stop here. So this is great for parking, guys. Pulling into a tight spot, you're not sure how far ahead of you the car is ahead of you. You need to park. It's really good for that. We take off. Left turn is going to come on. And the turn signals are great when driving down the highway trying to change lanes. You don't have to screw around with it much. So I think it's a cool little interface. You can now see that we're clear on our blind side. Come back over. And we're going to come to a slow here and turn in. Come to a stop here and I'll show you the HDMI interface. The HDMI, guys, does need to be in Bluetooth for it to work. Again, we're below a certain mile an hour, so our camera's going to kick on. And come to a park. Back to our screen. Now, if you've got a passenger, you can work this okay while going down the road, but I'll show you the HDMI real quick. We'll go there. And we've got a mirror image of the phone, which we can go to YouTube or whatever video. Again, to hear it, you need to be on Bluetooth. And we've got horrible service here, so it's not coming up. Let's just go to Google Maps. So from here you can, go to your maps and go to a where's your 1331 West 121st Avenue, Westminster, Colorado. Yeah, we're in a dead zone here on as far as the phone goes, but as you can see, you've got a full image of the map here. And if you go to YouTube or whatever, if we had service, we could actually, play it and hear it. there's our movie there. So again, I don't care for the clarity of this over our AV input module, but it's a little added benefit. If you're looking mainly for camera stuff, this is it. And then you've got the added benefit of the HDMI if you want to use it, but it's not as good as the AV module. So that's it. For more questions, comments, whatever, give us a call at the number at the end of the screen.